Hello everybody and welcome back to the F1 2021 Co-op Career Mode Season 5 with of course me, Dan, and my co-commentator Nick with our graphics templates once again provided by Matt Abis and Lom1138. We come to Austria today, the midpoint in the season of these 16 races, a track which is usually dominated by the Red Bull team despite having the most ridiculous bad luck. Usually they end up clawing back a victory from the bottom of the grid, and well, I don't expect we'll see anything less today, considering the Red Bull team at this point in time are slowly climbing up the performance tables. Anyway, in the meantime, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and of course comment down below what was your highlight of the Grand Prix, and do you ever have issues with Red Bull winning at this circuit? Curious to know. So we get onto the starting grid, and it's actually Pierre Gasly starting on the front row. He's alongside Antonio Giovinazzi. Then behind them, the first of the Red Bulls, it's Lando Norris. He's up against Yuki Tsunoda. Behind them, Lewis Hamilton in the Williams. He's alongside former teammate Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo. Then we have Justin Freshbot alongside Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. Round out the top 10, Robert Schwartzman and the other Red Bull of George Russell. Moving on to the second half of the field, we've got Sergio Perez in his Alpine up in 11th, alongside Nicholas Latifi, who appears to have taken a penalty. Then we have Nikita Mazepin on P13, alongside Carlos Sainz. Then the other McLaren of Guan Yu Zhou and Esteban Ocon in P16. And behind them, the two Haas drivers, Charles Leclerc and Mick Schumacher, are rounding out the field once again. It is, of course, Max Verstappen and Radiant Slothz. Let's get on with this race.
Austria.
The land that's not Germany. Justin Freshpot, 7th place.
Like that. Great start for the Mercedes, almost rear ends the Williams.
The Williams
He
pulls
squeezed
across.
out.
He massively,
huge
track extend.
Just there. P4, what an overtake.
We got yellow flags in the background. It's a virtual safety car already. We are one corner
Radiant
in.
Slothz has crashed into someone, probably.
Currently,
the Williams for some reason looking for an overtake.
Justin Freshpot crashes.
Rear ends Yuki Tsunoda, who's brake checked him. That could be damage.
Lewis Hamilton showing his frustration that the race start has been interrupted after one corner. This was the replay from Radiant Slothz. Has he been involved in the incident that has caused this safety car? He's very far back. Oh, there's a piece of front wing coming off of a Haas, possibly. Radiant Slothz gets loose and then just sits behind. This was Justin Freshpot.
Justin Freshpot gets away well. Another Williams squeezes him. Nowhere for the Mercedes to go. He goes around the outside. Two Red Bulls crash into each other, I believe. Well, at least there was two cars that crashed into each other.
There was definitely some contact.
He's forced to give the place back to Yuki Tsunoda. Disgraceful.
At the restart, Lewis Hamilton very aggressive at the penultimate corner, showing his intent. He's ahead of former teammate Valtteri Bottas. They now both run at the bottom of the field in the lower end cars. For some reason, there is a Red Bull of George Russell back in 10th. We've got more yellow flags.
Yellow flag still waving. Justin Freshpot, though, he wants to get past Yuki Tsunoda. Will he make a move? He doesn't. Thinks better of it.
No, he's gonna carry on, or maybe he's gonna get him on the straight. Yuki Tsunoda ahead. There's another yellow flag being waved. That's now disappeared.
But Justin Freshpot down the inside anyway. He does not care what flags are waving. He's past Yuki
still
Tsunoda.
yellow
He's
flag.
now under pressure from Lewis Hamilton. There's still yellow flags waving as Lewis Hamilton goes up the inside of Yuki Tsunoda.
Incredible. Yellow flags for days right now, and we finally see Radiant Slothz coming on to lap 3. He's made an overtake. Mick Schumacher, who pitted for a new front wing, and now he's woken up and decided to overtake Max Verstappen as well around the outside of turn 2, although this is supposedly turn 3. And, well, that was pretty straightforward for him. He leaves his teammate very far behind. And he's
then crashes
he had
into
a
the wall.
massive accident there. Hits the wall. We got a yellow flag on. So, oh, we brought out a safety car. So, lap 5. Team radio there. We've had one virtual safety car, one full safety car. And that was just a touch of acceleration on the curve there. Sent him into a spin.
Box.
Justin Freshbot refusing to take the conventional line into the pit lane, catching Lewis Hamilton by surprise.
Flies into the pit lane. Justin Freshbot, an incredible driver, of course.
Everyone coming in right now, apart from George Russell, who has stayed out.
Justin Freshbot held for years at this pit stop. Disgraceful.
He's going to carry on. I'm imagining that Radiant Slothz will be in. Yep, there he is in the background. And we come back to resume this race. We're nearly at the halfway mark. Will we see another safety car before then? Who knows? As we get underway. Antonio Giovinazzi leading the pack away. He's yet to win a race this season, but he is in the second best car. We've got a yellow flag that was quickly tucked away by the marshal. Oh no, Justin Freshbot spins. He's reversing onto the racetrack. Oh, he nearly hit someone. Radiant Slothz lucky to get past there. Justin Freshbot incredibly has already dropped an entire lap to the pack as Radiant Slothz gets past Ocon and Mick Schumacher rear ends him. Justin Freshbot not going to be happy with that, running in the top 5. This was the onboard from this disgusting manoeuvre from Justin Freshbot. Almost hits the Ferrari driver.
Radiant Slothz there trying to crash into the Mercedes. It's disgraceful, really, is what it is.
And deja vu for Radiant Slothz. Following Max Verstappen, gets a much better run out of turn 1. Round the outside. He doesn't need the DRS this time. He has just got a much better line. There he is. Easy overtake. Up next, Charles Leclerc. Looks like Esteban Ocon might even be having a go at Max Verstappen as well. Potentially. As we join Radiant Slothz approaching a chaotic midfield pack ahead. We've got Yuki Tsunoda running in 10th, leading it right now. He's under attack from Robert Schwartzman, the worst Formula 1 driver in living history. Guan Yu Zhou's up there, Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, and of course Charles Leclerc, who sits in front of Radiant Slothz. One mistake from the leader could result in 1 point being lost for their team. Beyond that, though, somehow Nikita Mazepin running up in 5th place as Radiant Slothz looks to get past Charles Leclerc into the penultimate corner. We've got a McLaren coming into the pit lane. That was Guan Yu Zhou. Didn't pit under safety car. He's paid the price. Radiant Slothz alongside Charles Leclerc into turn 1. Gets past a few cars in the pit lane. He's now approaching the top 10.
Massive track extend from Radiant Slothz. More
we
cheating
saw
from the Ferrari driver.
No such thing from the Ferrari. There were cars in the way. We can neither confirm nor deny whether or not he remained on the track or not. He's going to carry on though. Carlos Sainz is up next in the McLaren. As we join Nicholas Latifi on his adventure. He's going down the middle of his teammate. He's had a massive accident. He's crashed into his teammate for no reason. What a disgrace. Here he goes down the middle and smashes straight into him. It's a good job Gasly was going into the pits because he's going to need a new front wing. There's another safety car coming out. There's Nicholas Latifi on the left-hand side of the screen. He was just ghosting there. And, well, what a complete shambles that was from AlphaTauri. They've got complacent. There's the safety car. And here comes Justin Freshbot approaching the back of the car. There seems to be some confusion from Max Verstappen right now.
Max Verstappen sitting behind the safety car and then overtaking it. Justin Freshbot follows him through. Is this against the
Antonio
rules? We don't
Giovinazzi
know.
appeared to come to a complete stop in the background, not going past it. And it looked as though Nicholas Latifi did in fact stay out for a whole lap with no front wing.
Justin Freshbot now right up the gearbox of Max Verstappen. He will be thinking, can I get ahead of this Ferrari? The answer, probably not, with the speed we've seen.
Max
from
Verstappen, the fastest driver on the grid this season. Justin Freshbot, he's got him at turn 1. There is contact there, potentially.
Max Verstappen hits the Mercedes onto the
Oh,
grass.
it's
He's being
absolute chaos. Here
swamped
comes
now.
championship leader Pierre Gasly.
Thousands
They're all
of
of the
cars.
6 of them.
Oh, the Red Bull down the inside. The Mercedes down the inside as well. Is he going to get past the AlphaTauri? Has the Red Bull got past the Red Bull side by
It's on
side
the
with the
grass.
Ferrari? The Mercedes side by side with the AlphaTauri who cuts him up. Will we see another move into that? It's got the AlphaTauris all over the place. Max Verstappen loses 2 positions on one.
He's alongside. He's going to get him up the inside. Max Verstappen. Oh, and he's going to lose another one.
Max Verstappen, is he going to
Here
lose
comes
another
Nikita
position to the
Mazepin.
Williams?
And he gets something inside.
Justin Freshbot's run wide. Mazepin always
Max Verstappen
crashes
about to lose
into
2
it.
more positions. He's got McLaren and Nicholas Latifi behind him as well. Absolutely shocking from Max. He's just lost the position.
Justin Freshbot defending from Mazepin. Mazepin up
What
the
is going on with
inside.
all these fast cars all put? Look at the chaos in front of him.
3 wide up ahead. Justin Freshbot smells the opportunity for an overtake here if they're going 3 wide through
Unbelievable,
turn
look at
1.
them.
Instead he just runs
Max
wide.
Verstappen, by the way, lost every position that you can think of. He's about to lose one to Schumacher. Here comes Nikita Mazepin once again.
Mazepin tries to go around the outside of the Mercedes. He sends one up the inside of the Alpine
Esteban
instead.
Ocon
Slight
gets-
contact, but
Gets
yes,
flashbacks to
Ocon's
Agincourt as Justin Freshbot absolutely sends it. And up ahead, championship leader Pierre Gasly has gotten through several more cars.
That's another move by Justin Freshbot, but now he's stuck
Here
behind
comes
George
Nikita
Russell going up
Mazepin
the
again.
hill. It's gonna
The
give
Williams driver's on fire.
Justin Freshbot round the outside
George
of the
Russell.
Red Bull. They're almost 4
He's trying to
wide
defend
going through there.
it. George Russell not able to do anything. Pierre Gasly miles down the road. There he is now behind these 3. The 3 slowest cars on the grid by performance versus the fastest by a great deal. And this should not be much of a challenge. Radiant Sauce already runs it wide and loses a position to Pierre Gasly. Looks as though George Russell's trading blows with Justin Freshbot in the background as well. And yeah, he's got back ahead.
Justin Freshbot's slightly wide, but he's
Here
got
comes
the DRS
Nikita
and George Russell
Mazepin again.
doesn't.
Oh, he's going on the
Mazepin
inside.
all over the place. He's going to
Unbelievable,
go down the
massive track
inside.
extend for Justin Freshbot.
Freshbot forced to run wide. Mazepin gave Justin Freshbot no room into that corner. Will we see a move on the last lap from Justin
He's
Freshbot
gonna-
into turn technically 3? He goes
Oh,
down
there's
the
been
inside.
contact!
George Russell swings at him. He crashes into the Mercedes. George Russell
Disgusting.
turned into the Mercedes, causing a spin. Justin Freshbot has been dropped on the back of the grid. Radiant Sauce
Here he goes.
apparently
Oh, he's
overtaken
made
by
massive
Perez at some
contact.
point. He's crashed into him.
Sergio Perez
Massive
hasn't tasted his
accident.
own medicine from the 2021 season. Radiant Softs. His DRS is stuck open. What is going on?
He's run
Is Sergio
wide.
Perez
He's
going to
on
get the position back?
grass.
He does. Radiant Softs drops down to 10th. George Russell is behind, but he...
Oh, there's a bit of front wing came off the Ferrari as
Oh,
he
Nicholas
crashes
Latifi
into George
rear-
Russell. Nicholas Latifi now looking for a move. He rear ends the Ferrari. Radiant Sauce massively
He gets
wide.
round
A
the final
massive track
corner.
extend.
And he crosses the
Another
line.
track
George
extend.
Russell picks up a penalty, is dropped back. Here comes Justin Freshbot. Oh, it's a massive accident!
Justin
Justin Freshbot. Clearly drunk or loses his brakes. Let's go on board with some replays now.
See, coming up the hill, he goes down the inside of the Red Bull,
And there it is.
gives the Red Bull plenty of room, and George Russell just hits him, spins the Mercedes around. Luckily, Justin Freshbot used to be a stunt driver, so he can spin the car back around quickly. But that incident must have deactivated every brake on the Mercedes as he comes into the next
Huge
corner. He
collision.
turns in, clips the apex. But he
Brakes
just doesn't
gone.
slow down
Who knows
enough.
what happened there? There's Justin Freshbot picks up Justin Fresh. Radiant Slothz picks up driver of the day. We will insert somewhere a replay of George Russell's on board, because I know that we have it somewhere. The FIA have yet to release it, but I think there'll be some damning evidence against George Russell there. A well-deserved penalty for him, as we see Lando Norris picking up a win once again. He's back on form, or maybe back on good luck, considering he did win 2 back-to-back championships after 16 races in Season 4, 3 even, that were all lucky, and of course 16 more in Season 5. Lance Stroll also gets a podium, not even entirely sure how he got there, but he did. And Lewis Hamilton, potentially one of his last. He hasn't been up there for some time now, and to do it in a Williams, incredible stuff from him. Well, we'll have to see how he gets on. So there we have it. As predictable, Lando Norris in his Red Bull picks up a P1. He was joined on the podium by Lewis Hamilton and Lance Stroll. Then it was Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo, followed by Yuki Tsunoda, Robert Schwartzman, Pierre Gasly, our championship leader, Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Radiant Slothz, who jumps up the field after George Russell received his penalty. So what's going on in the Drivers' Championship? Well, of course, Pierre Gasly's lead hasn't really been affected by the Austrian Grand Prix. Antonio Giovinazzi, of course, still remains in second, and Lewis Hamilton is up to third. They're followed by Nicholas Latifi, Lance Stroll, Lando Norris, Justin Freshpot, Yuki Tsunoda, George Russell, and running at the top 10 is Carlos Sainz. Over in the Constructors, AlphaTauri extend their lead very marginally once again over Aston Martin, and Mercedes are still behind them. Then it's back to Red Bull, Williams, Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Ferrari, Haas, and Alpine on 2 points. We'll catch you in the next one.